friends who are present, and loved ones far away. We stand together here to celebrate equality, to celebrate justice, and most of all, to celebrate love. Today we stand above one of the most historic and important sites in the city. In this spot 45 years ago, patrons of the Stonewall Inn said enough. Fear and despair turned into anger and indignation as police invaded this bar. Street youth took up arms in the form of stiletto shoes, beer bottles, and rocks to defend their only refuge. This rebellion ignited the modern gay rights movement. Without the bravery of the street rats and drag queens of Stonewall, we would not be standing here today to witness another act of rebellion, the joining together of Carolyn and Christina in the bonds of marriage. This wedding in and of itself is a revolutionary act. Carolyn and Christina are defying the unjust laws that brought them across the country. They have chosen to stand together as legally married spouses. They too have decided to say enough. Though they've spent a decade together through rent and groceries, through student loans and car notes, through hardship and tragedy, through joy and triumph, they are strangers to one another in their home state. Their love and commitment falls upon deaf ears. They are roommates. Today, they take a stand against this injustice. May minds change and hearts open as the tides change in this country, and families like the one Carolyn and Christina create will be seen as equal, not the exception. As the doctor reads in The Angels Take Manhattan, New York growled at my window, but I was ready for it. My stocking seams were straight, my lipstick was combat ready, and I was packing cleavage that could fell an ox at 20 feet. Carolyn and Christina, you are ready, and you have chosen to walk this path together. Today, before your friends and family, you will promise to always be faithful to one another. You have chosen love over fear. But love is a nebulous word. Socrates defined love as wanting, a longing for something missing within oneself. And though we may find someone to fulfill that sense of yearning, we yearn still. Though we love, we still long for more. One day more, one more year, one more moment with one another. In that way, love is constantly renewed because we constantly crave each other's company for all of our days and beyond. Carolyn and Christina, may you never stop longing for one another. May you always crave just one more day. I understand you've written vows for each other. Christina, would you like to go first?
Carolyn, my first glance at you was a stolen one. Shakespeare's words could have come directly from my heart. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. The years we've had together since that moment have not changed my feelings for you. However, I lost my rose-tinted glasses long ago. Though we have struggled, I have proudly watched you succeed. Though we fight a lot, I cannot stand a night away from you. I promise to always be truthful and never flatter you with a lie. And though I say it 100 times a day, I love you, Carol. I vow to always be there to show you the potential that you cannot see reflected in the mirror.
None of this was supposed to happen. You were not supposed to be the knight in shining armor of this story. You were the summer fling that I so flippantly began, and you were the accident that I so desperately needed. My mother saw it in you years before I did. She always considered herself something of a psychic, but in reality she just saw people for what they really were. And it was love at first sight with you. She told you you were the best thing that ever happened to me, and I think she undersold you. I wish I could have thanked her for that. Of course. We have been through hell, Christina. We've weathered incredible heartache and celebrated triumphs beyond anything I ever could have imagined. But through everything, you've lifted me up and you gave me solid ground. You protect me and you allow me to protect you too. And for the rest of my life, I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell. Christina, I love you because when my straw has a hole in it, you trade with me so I won't get hiccups. Because when I have night terrors, you make eggs for me and you watch Netflix until I can fall asleep. Because when I'm sick, you make me well, and when I'm angry, you make me laugh. And when I feel as though I'm becoming a monster of a person, you make me better. You constantly challenge me to be a better person, and I'll never stop loving you for that. And Christina, I promise you this. In your life, you will be a lot of things. Today, you will be a wife. And very soon, you will be a nurse. And then a mother, and then a midwife, maybe even a teacher. But there is one thing you will never, ever be as long as you live. You will never be alone.
Laura and Cody, may I please have the rings? Good, you prepped ahead of time with those two in the hand. Fantastic.
I'm so glad Cece gave us this.
Great. The ring that Carolyn gives Christina is priceless. Against all common sense, she and her best friend braved the Hattiesburg tornado to find the perfect ring. A TARDIS blue ring to represent their journey thus far, and the journey still to come. And then, on Christina's 30th birthday, Carolyn surprised her before family and friends with a pre-proposal. Christina, may you always be filled with courage when you look upon this ring. The ring that Christina gives to Carolyn is irreplaceable. It belonged to Carolyn's beloved mother, who left us before she could watch her daughter marry. Miss Sandy loved this ring dearly and wore it faithfully, finding comfort in the promise it signified. Carolyn, may you always find comfort when you look upon this ring. Christina, do you promise to love, honor, and protect Carolyn with all of your heart? Do you promise to always long for one more day with her? Do you promise to be a light in her darkness, to share her burden, and to bring her as much joy and warmth into her life as both of your hearts can hold? Do you promise to walk together on this path, forsaking all others for Carolyn?
Together or not at all.
Carolyn, do you promise to love, honor, and protect Christina with all of your heart? Do you promise to always long for one more day with her? Do you promise to be a light in her darkness, to share her burden and to bring as much joy and warmth into her life as both of your hearts can hold? Do you promise to walk together on this path, forsaking all others for Christina?
Together or not at all.
What the hell are you doing?
Changing the future.
It's called marriage.
Carolyn and Christina, you are now bound by the vows you have made and by all of the love that surrounds you. You are ready for this new adventure. There are worlds out there where the sky is burning and the seas asleep and the rivers dream, people made of smoke and cities made of song. Somewhere there's danger, somewhere there's injustice, and somewhere else the tea's getting cold. And so I now pronounce you legally married in the eyes of the law and in the hearts of those who love you. So you take each other's hand and run. You've got work to do. May you always find love, courage, and comfort together, and may you always remember the promise you have made today, together or not at all. You may now kiss your bride. I am honored to present Carolyn and Christina Lucas. Can I just press play?